Hey everyone, my name is Amina and welcome to the Weird Money Mindset, where you have to be weird to win with money. Have you ever felt like you have done everything right with your money, but you still come up short every month? You created a budget, tracked every single expense, cut back on eating out, and meal prepped as much as possible. You haven't bought any new clothes, you skipped vacations, and avoided all non-essential spending, but somehow, at the end of the month, you're still in the negative or left with $0 to spare. People who are weird with their money, meaning those who pay close attention to every dollar, understand that there comes a point when there is simply nothing left to cut. You've trimmed the budget as far as it can go, and yet, sometimes even after doing everything right, the numbers still don't work. At that point, budgeting alone stops being the solution. Not because you failed, but because the real problem isn't spending, it's income. People who are normal with their money complain about their jobs and the pay, but never take action to change their financial situation. They stay stuck waiting for a miracle, hoping expenses magically decrease. Weird people, on the other hand, understand that increasing income creates breathing room. It allows you to cover your necessities without constant stress, handle unexpected expenses without panic, make real progress toward financial goals, and avoid falling into debt just to stay afloat. Budgeting works best when paired with enough income to actually support real life. No amount of cutting, couponing, or sacrifice can replace the impact of having the financial resources you need to live independently, plan for the future, and feel secure. I know this from personal experience. Back in 2017, I was working a part-time retail job making $8 an hour and sleeping on my mom's sofa. At the time, I was just trying to get by, and retail was what I knew. And even though the pay was low, it was still income. Plus, I was comfortable working in retail because it was familiar. I had been doing it for years, and I knew exactly what to expect. My responsibilities, my schedule, and how to get through each shift and deal with difficult customers. Even though the work was tiring at times, it was predictable, and I enjoyed work with my coworkers. But comfort didn't equal financial stability. And as time went on, I realized that no matter how hard I worked or how many hours I picked up, retail wasn't going to give me the income I needed to move forward in my life. I wanted to live on my own and be financially independent. And that required more than just getting by. I needed to make more money, not out of greed, but out of necessity. Eventually, I landed my first full-time job making $28,000 a year. At first, that income felt like a huge step up. Compared to what I had been earning in retail, it seemed like real progress and stability. I was still living with a parent, but I finally had a steady paycheck, benefits, and felt like I was moving forward. For a while, I told myself that this was enough, but as time went on, I started to notice something that changed how I viewed my salary. Nearly everyone I worked with had a roommate, and not by choice. They had roommates because they couldn't afford to live on their own. And they earned more than I did as an entry-level employee. What initially felt like financial progress slowly revealed its limitations. I wasn't struggling the way I had been in retail, but I also wasn't building a life where I could stand fully on my own. To bring in more income, I delivered food on the side and I tried other side hustles, but I had to finally realize that I needed a better paying job. After 2 years in that role, I reached a point where I knew I couldn't stay if I wanted my life to change. Eventually, I found a position that increased my income by nearly $15,000 a year. I stayed at that job for 2 years and then switched to another job that increased my income even more. The point I'm making is that sometimes you have to leave what feels comfortable to improve your financial situation. If you've reached a point where you've cut every possible expense from your budget and still find yourself struggling to get ahead, know this: you are not alone. Here are 5 practical ways to increase your income that doesn't include side hustle. Number 1, ask for a raise at your current job. If you've been performing well at your job, consistently showing initiative and taking on additional responsibilities beyond what you were hired for, asking for a raise can be one of the most fastest and most effective ways to increase your income without working more hours or taking on a second job. Many people overlook this option because it feels uncomfortable or intimidating. But believe me, advocating for yourself is an important part of improving your financial situation. Number 2, seek a promotion. Instead of trying to work more hours or juggle additional jobs, one effective way to increase your income is move up within your current company. Promotions often come with higher pay, better benefits, and more stability, allowing you to earn more without sacrificing even more of your time. Rather than starting from scratch somewhere new, you're building on the experience, skills, and relationships you've already developed. Number 3, get certifications and skills that lead to higher pay. Certifications can open doors to higher paying roles by helping you qualify for jobs that pay more without requiring you to work longer hours or take on additional side hustle labor. Gaining new credentials shows employers that you have specialized skills, are willing to invest in yourself, and are prepared to take on more responsibility. In many fields, a certification can be the difference between staying in an entry-level position or moving into a role with better pay and growth potential. Number 4, switch companies for a higher salary. If there aren't any real opportunities for income growth at your current employer, one of the fastest and most effective ways to increase your income is just to find a new employer that offers a better paying job. Staying in the same position can feel safe and familiar, but it can also limit your earning potential. Switching employers often opens the door to higher salaries, improved benefits, and greater opportunities for advancement. And number 5, work towards a career change. Sometimes the best way to increase your income is just by switching careers altogether. Staying in a field with limited earning potential can keep you stuck, even if you're working hard and doing everything right. In many cases, changing careers opens the door to higher pay, better benefits, and more long-term stability. People who are normal with their money don't take steps to improve their job prospects or create new opportunities for themselves. Weird people do. People who are normal with their money often accept their financial situation as it is. They don't invest time in learning new skills, applying for higher paying jobs, or exploring ways to increase their earning potential. For many, the focus is on surviving month to month rather than planning for growth, which keeps them stuck in the same financial cycle. Weird people, on the other hand, approach money differently. They don't settle for where they are. They take intentional steps to create more opportunities. They look for ways to grow their skills, position themselves for promotions, negotiate raises, or transition into higher paying fields. They understand that increasing income is often the key to financial freedom, and they make it a top priority. So don't be normal, be weird. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share with a friend who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more personal finance tips. I will see you next time.